Hello again, YouTubers. So this is my video on tools I use to do fruit harvesting. We've got a berry pruner, we've got a telescopic secateurs and basket, and we've got a 5 meter telescopic window cleaning pole. So let's take a closer look at the berry pruner. This is actually quite an old tool. They used to make these out of wood, and they had some metal sort of wires or prongs on the bottom. This one works perfectly fine. It's much easier when you're trying to harvest, say, blackcurrant or blackberries. Rather than having to go in there and individually pick each berry off, you just scoop that, pull that through. You do get a few leaves, but it does make the whole job a lot easier. So that's a great tool. This thing, you've got a steadying handle there, you've got a lever, and hopefully you can see the jaws move. I think it's a bit, this probably hasn't been used in a while, but I think it just needs a bit of WD, but essentially it's like a little pair of secateurs, and you have, this is a Darlac fruit tree harvesting tool. I'm just going to extend it out. Okay, I can do that with one hand, but essentially you see here, that's the release mechanism, and that allows that whole thing to extend. It's operated, it's got some sort of, I remember opening it up, it's got some sort of cable or something in here that allows it to operate using that lever. And what I've actually done is modify this a bit. What you would normally have is this, which is more for, like, it's got a sort of padded disc that sits at the bottom of that to protect the fruit. And that's normally for things like pears and apples. And that would normally go on just a straight, like almost like a broom handle. But equally, what I can do is that literally just a Jubilee clip, is to pop that on the top of my 5 meter telescopic. There you go. You can see these just unscrew and tighten up. This is a brilliant pole. I think it was like 40 quid. I've used it for all sorts of things, decorating, cleaning windows, and obviously harvesting fruit. So that just ties onto there. But I thought, just, if I don't need 5 meters of pole, which is probably very rare for a fruit tree, unless it's like a massive pear tree or something, I can actually use this one. And what I've used is this is an old D or U-lock clamp from a bicycle, and that fits perfectly on this this is a 25mm piece of tube, and that's just clamped on there. So I've got the best of both worlds here. This basket obviously collects any fruit. This would probably be more used for things like, something where you want to cut the stem off, perhaps elderberry clusters or something like that. So that is the kit I use to harvest fruit, and it works really, really well.